Right, so a couple of weeks ago on this channel, we took a look at veneer techs. A veneer tech basically being a fake dentist, someone that's took a course that might last like 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden feels like they can charge people to do their veneers. Which is obviously an incredibly dangerous thing to do. There are a lot of big negative side effects that could happen if someone does veneers wrong, any dental work wrong on you. And for some reason, these veneer techs are just happy doing it and earning thousands of dollars. Well, today we have a prime example of just how bad it can go, because a video has recently went viral by a TikToker called Winter with 2 million followers. As you can see, it's her most recent video with 5 million views, where she's talking about the negative effects that she's had since she got veneers. Now, what's crazy about this situation, also makes me feel so sorry for this girl, is that she actually started posting videos about this late last year. Like, for example, here's a video from October that she made talking about this dental center.
I figured I'd show you guys what I had to get today. Can't close my mouth. It's this freaking mouthpiece to fix my jaw because, as you guys know, Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami ruined my life.
Yeah, so it seems like she went to this dental center to get veneers, and they ended up, I'm not really sure how it works, but basically her jaw ended up not lining up correctly, I believe. I don't know if that's something to do with the placement of the teeth being like not where they're supposed to be. I don't know exactly how it works, obviously. But that is a terrifying thing to happen, and clearly, again, she's been putting up with this for so long at this point.
And this cost me $10,000. And now I will not be able to close my mouth for 6 months unless I'm eating.
Fucking hell, right? So she's had to pay $10,000 to try and get this fixed, and she can't close her mouth for 6 months. These are the negative effects that can happen if you go to people who don't know what they're doing. And look, I don't know the exact qualifications of this specific dentist who did this procedure. We do have a few videos here of people suggesting that it seems like they might be just one of them like veneer techs. But I don't know for sure with this specific situation here, but it really does make me think, how on earth do these veneer techs who do like the 2-day courses, the 4-day courses, or whatever they end up doing, how do they feel like they have the right to just go and do a veneer procedure on somebody? Like, it makes no sense to me. They are willing to potentially ruin someone's life to earn, like, what, a couple $1,000s for the procedure? But yeah, without further ado, let's actually get to the most recent situation. This is uploaded only 17 hours ago. It's on 5 million views already. Like, it seems like this dental center is definitely gonna have to respond because it's just getting a lot of attention.
I know that I look crazy and it's so embarrassing to come crying on the internet, but the stuff that I have been dealing with for 2 years.
2 years, man. But that's actually way longer than I thought this situation was going on for. 2 years of her life completely fucked because of this situation. And obviously I'm not a lawyer or anything, but is there not like legal consequences to this? Like to ruin someone's life with this procedure? I don't understand. I mean, especially if it turns out that the person who did this isn't a qualified doctor in dentistry, right? I mean, if that's the case, surely there's some legal consequences.
As everybody pretty much knows, 2 years ago, I had dental work done at Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami, and it ruined my life. Like, literally ruined my life. And I'm still dealing with it to this day. And I just left another doctor, another TMJ doctor. This is the 3rd or 4th one that I've gone to. And I'm just very overwhelmed. Like, the medical industry, the dental industry in America is like, they literally do not care about what you are going through. Like, everything is about money for them. And like, I understand like people have to get paid, but it's like the fact that like I can't do anything. Like, I can't use insurance. I can't do anything. I've already spent $80,000 pretty much.
Fucking hell, right? So it's not even the fact that she feels like it ruins her life, like, physically, with a situation with her jaw, like, not being able to close your mouth for 6 months and the other stuff that she's been going through here, but also financially. I mean, that is a ridiculous amount of money. Especially when the price to actually get veneers in the first place is already pretty high, but you don't go into it thinking you're gonna end up spending $80,000, do you? But yeah, what she's saying here is completely right. I mean, she says it just about America, but it's not even just America. There are certain companies, like people's business ideas, where they do just want to get as much money as possible, no matter what the consequences could be for their client. Like, for example, when we spoke about that tattoo artist in New Zealand who purposely went into it knowing he was going to stop halfway through the tattoo to try and charge the guy an extra few $1,000s. And trust me, I'm not just leaving out the UK because I'm from here, we definitely have them as well, but that was just a situation that we spoke about recently. But there is genuinely people who just don't care about this stuff and they just care about the money when it's not worth it, especially when someone's health is at risk.
And I go to another TMJ doctor because I have severe TMJ now because of the veneers that Smile Dental Center did. They lost my bite. I have severe TMJ. I got my teeth redone.
Yeah, so I think severe TMJ, I'll Google it, but I think it's like severe pain in your jaw. Let's actually have a look at the definition. Right, so it says here that the temporomandibular, which I've definitely probably pronounced wrong. Here we go, the temporomandibular. I think I got that somewhat right, to be honest. But the temporomandibular joint, TMJ, acts like a sliding hinge connecting your jawbone to your skull. You have one joint on each side of your jaw. TMJ disorders, a type of, I'm not gonna say it again, disorder or TMD, can cause pain in your jaw joint and in muscles that control jaw movement. So basically whenever she would move her jaw to maybe just like eat, talk, whatever it may be, it would cause severe pain. And considering that they are things that you do on a daily basis, all the time, I can't imagine the amount of pain that this has caused.
I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I can't even sue the freaking dentist. Every time I come on here telling my story about what happened, which is a crazy ass story, I'm like, just sue. Why don't you sue? If I could sue, that would be the first thing I'm doing. But I can't do that. I can't do that. It's not possible. Like,
okay, well, I guess that answers my question. She can't sue, which is incredibly fucking sad.
Can't sue for my sensory issues. My sensory issues are unknown. Every time I go to a doctor, they've never heard of it. And you can't prove that they gave you these issues because there's no way to diagnose it specifically. Like, it's just a whole thing. They offered to give me my money back within the first year, and I told them no, so that I could bring awareness, because like, people are just like, you know, out there getting veneers and whatever the case may be. Like, my life is literally ruined because I got my teeth redone. Like, I'm not even joking. Like,
it's like what I said in my first video talking about these veneer techs, right? People love a bargain, right? If you see a t-shirt that you love, but it's from this like high-end brand, it might cost like $1,000 for this t-shirt, and you see a very similar t-shirt with a cheaper brand, you love the fact that you can get that for a bargain. And that goes for many different things, but if there's one thing that you shouldn't specifically look for a bargain with, it's your health. Yes, these veneer techs might look a lot cheaper. Yes, when you see their Instagram, the results might look quite good on pictures, right? But you don't know how the person actually feels who got them. You don't know if they have had to deal with any side effects. You don't know if it's potentially ruined someone's life in this case. Yeah, like I said, we all love a bargain, but please just don't try and specifically look for a bargain with your health. It's not worth it.
At this point, like, I just don't know what to do. I'm in severe pain. I've gotten freaking masseter Botox twice. My fucking face is slim the fuck out. Like, I look crazy as fuck because I'm in pain 24/7. It's just...
Bless her, man. Yeah, I can't even imagine how shit this must be to go through. And as of recording this video right now, we still don't have a response from the dental center. Of course, it's only been 17 hours at this point. They should be responding because this is disgusting. And I can imagine that there will be so many people who might have considered going to this dental center before and are no longer going, and for good reason. And there's actually been some TikTokers that I've tried like digging a bit deeper into the website and whatnot. And yeah, it's very worrying.
And as we get further into their services that they offer, the more terrified I got. They offer veneers, they offer crowns. You scroll down a little bit more. They offer bridges. Then as you scroll down, they offer gum treatments. And then I think the most terrifying part, I'll get into it, is they start offering cleanings, fillings, root canal therapies, partials, and dental implants.
I mean, the fact that they do implants and root canals, very tricky procedures, I can imagine, right? I mean, you've got to literally like dig into the gum. If their veneers can cause so much pain to a person, it feels like these could definitely cause even more pain, potentially, and that is so terrifying.
So when you start getting into things like implants and crowns and bridges and partials and cleanings, you are digging into the tooth structure, and when you get into implants, you're digging into the literal bone. The only people who are legally allowed to perform implants are dental surgeons who go to school for an extended period of time on top of being a general dentist.
Which is exactly how it should be, right? If someone's going to be doing a procedure like that, I would like to think that they have dedicated their life to it and not just done like a 2-day course.
So then I said, well, maybe they have more of their about them information on their Instagram. So here's their Instagram, and I thought maybe I was missing something because I was like, well, surely I'll find the DDS or the DMD performing these services, and just the WhatsApp comes up and the photos of before and after. Now, if you are providing services like root canal therapy, implants, things like that, there is absolutely no reason that they should not be listing their dentists and their credentials and their colleges on their website. And if you go to any of their sites, none of them are listed, which leads me to believe that they're performing all of these without a license or without a medical degree.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like that. Why would it not be on the website, right? That is definitely something that you would put on the website to make customers trust you. And I mean, it's something that customers need to know, that the person who's doing this procedure is qualified to do it. And by the way, if they are doing these procedures without the correct qualifications, that is very illegal. But then on top of this, we even had videos from dentists talking about how they wouldn't even do veneer procedures because a lot of stuff can go wrong, and they are qualified.
Okay, I think people find it really crazy when they find out I'm a dentist and I don't do veneers, and I probably will never do veneers in my life. This is a prime example of why. There's a whole lot more that goes into teeth than just what you see. There's roots, there's nerves, there's blood supply, and there's something called occlusion. So your teeth, when they bite together, have to bite in the proper position. There's a lot of times when veneers are done, even by dental professionals, the only thing that they want the patient to be satisfied with is how they look cosmetically.
Exactly, and that's why people go and get them, because they see the results on Instagram, which is just a picture. All you're seeing is how it looks aesthetically, as you just said right here. You don't know exactly how that feels, and you don't know what the side effects are going to be in years to come.
And while I do feel really bad for Winter and hope she gets the help that she needs, hopefully her transparency puts it into perspective for some of y'all that these cosmetic procedures are not always necessary or healthy.
I mean, yeah, she put it incredibly well in that video. It does put it in perspective, but we also have videos from other people who did go to Smile Center 32 in Miami, and they had a similar result.
I went to the same place she went to, and they did a horrible job. They also have horrible customer service. I did composite veneers there, and they charged me about $4,500. And I came out with one tooth bigger than the other. Then when I got home, a tooth cracked completely. Another 2 days later, another tooth cracked. And when I reached out to them to tell them what happened, that there's a total of 3 teeth that has cracked, the man responded saying, "This is what happens when you get the cheapest pair of veneers." I was like, ooh, I paid $4,500 for this, flew from New York to Miami, and that's what you tell me?
She paid $4,500, they broke within 2 days, and he told her, well, yeah, of course that's going to happen, you got the cheapest ones. Yeah, I mean, I would never have trusted this dental center in the first place, but listening to these stories, I don't see how anyone would. If anyone hears this and still goes, then that baffles me. But yeah, either way, that is all we know of this situation so far. Obviously, it is brand new in terms of it literally just happened well, it's been happening for years, clearly, right? But this massive video came out yesterday, and a lot of people started responding to it, like, now. Again, like I said, it'd be interesting to see what the response is from the dental center. They've went and turned off their comments on TikTok. The comments are actually still on Instagram, and if we look at the comments here, they're all just talking about, like, Winter and saying, have you seen the video on TikTok? Don't go to this place. And yeah, I mean, if we go to their Instagram, they've posted a few stories since this video went out, so clearly it seems like they don't really care. But yeah, either way, I'm going to leave the video there. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about in today's video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.